Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! Happy Home Academy. We got B again. Try collecting the essentials. Yeah, I haven't really done much. And Gala! Thinking of you, Steven. I was out for a walk on the beach just now, and I remembered a funny thing you said once. It made me smile all over again. Thought you should know that. I thought you should know that, so that's why I sent you this note. Never change. Aww. Thank you, Gala. I forgot to, collect my Nook Miles stuff yesterday. And apparently I did something that... Yeah. Yeah. We're a fresh ingredient. I had a decent amount going on yesterday, so I kind of forgot to do a lot of stuff. And even today, I'm not... I'll be honest, not feeling the best mentally, so... Which really sucks, because I really want to just, sit here and, go nuts over, Monster Hunter. Because it's what I want to do. Mentally, I don't think I can do it. You guys will know by the time you see this, but I'm not even overly sure if I'm going to be... Because today, for me, is real-life Saturday, because I record a day ahead of time. Not sure if I'm streaming today. I don't know if I have the mental strength to do it today, so it's kind of where I'm at. I would love to, but I don't know if I have it in me today to do it. You guys will know. If there was a stream yesterday, I did it. If there wasn't, well, y'all know why. But yeah, let's do some rambles. I feel like I can be more just excited and talky about Pokemon. So, I'm gonna spend some time here today to just kind of ramble about more or less wishlisty stuff. Because, I'm sure we all have it when it comes to, Legends CA. At least all of us that play Pokemon. Of, stuff we would really like to see. And... I think, for me, I'm gonna start with the evolutions. Because I want the starters to be alternate evolutions. That is what I want. That would be amazing. Now, I'm gonna get a little more technical in a way than just typing. I want... I have wish lists for stat changes. And even, unique moves kind of thing. Because, let's start with Embor. Good old buddy Embor. No, I don't feel like this is all that controversial to say. Probably the weakest starter from Gen 5. Mainly just down to how freaking slow it is. So, Embor has, I think, 120 or 140 base attack and 100 special attack. 60 speed. So let's come in here. Let's knock that special attack stat down to 40. So right there, we're clearing up 60 points to be used somewhere else. We're going to put 20 into speed, go from 60 to 80. That's a decent chunk of speed for that attack stat. We're also going to put 20 into each defense, taking those from, I believe, 60 to... Are they 60? They might... I think special defense is 60, physical defense is 80. So be going to 80 and 100. I should really be, like, looking at the Pokemon stats while I'm doing this stuff, because I'm pretty sure I remember that correctly. Gotta be honest, I don't remember the Gen 2 starter stats much at all. So I will probably actually have to pull those up. It's just gonna be a random, kind of lazy day. So this is just gonna be how it goes. I'm just gonna put those two up. Way I can just look over and look at stats. Was I remembering Emboar correctly? No, it's 65-65 for both defenses. Yeah, so it would go to 85-85 on defenses. And it's 65 speed, so it would be 85 speed, 85 special defense, 85 defense. With basically just going down to 40 special attack and changing nothing else about it. 123 physical attack. I feel like that would really help Emboar make a place for itself as the physical firefighting type that has a good amount of bulk, because that amount of defense paired with its base 110 HP would be really bulky. Like, that might honestly make it a little too good, but this is wishlisting. Wishlisting makes things too good. So, this is just how it works. Hello, Pinky! Oh my gosh, I have such good taste. I'm basically a DIY trendsetter. Hello, know your mind? What are you making? Well, making a fancy mum wreath. Stripped the idea when I fell asleep watching Maglev's in Love. It's about trains in love, one of them. Hang on, not important. Doesn't matter if Maglev and Mike took their relationship off the rails. Because I'm building a thing. Yeah, I'd love to know how to make that. And with this, I would also like a signature move for Emboar. The signature move, let's say 80 power. And I'm going to say, especially given the region, and I know people want Fairy for something else, but I want to say Fire Fairy for Emboar's evolution. Or like their you know, their alternate form, alternate evolution. I want it to be an 80 power fire move on this Fire Fairy. With basically the effect of Draining Kiss. So basically it has Draining Kiss's HP recovery, which is 50% of damage dealt. That would be my ideal signature move for it. Actually, let's bump that up to 90 power. Let's make it no, we'll leave it at 80 because it has, well, okay, no. 85 power because it does recover HP. And they seem to value that a lot higher than they really should. Because, like, I'm just thinking, like, I want it to be comparable to Flamethrower. And Flamethrower is 90 power with a 10% chance to burn. Burn status being really good against any physical attacker. Which is another reason why physical attackers don't tend to see the most usage competitively, is just simply because, like, if you get burnt, well, your attack stack gets cut in half. There is no such mechanic for special attacks. That would be something else that, like, mechanically I would like to see changed. Is, like, okay, let's get rid of the freeze status. And let's replace it with Frostbite. Let's go back to Legends Arceus Frostbite. But on top of Frostbite, and let's give a move that just basically is Will-O-Wisp, but for Frostbite. And it cuts special attack in half. Oh, it isn't Stevens. Glad to hear your voice. It's the latest. Perfect weather, a random meetup with my bestie, what could be better? Ed, I mean, you're welcome to see me that way, man. I don't like you. I'll be honest about it. Maybe he likes that in somebody. Someone who can be honest enough to be like, I don't like you. I mean, if he does want to be a big star, it does make sense, because you would want somebody around that, like, you can turn to that doesn't much care for you, but's still honest. So, like, they will tell you what is wrong with you, you know. That way he can try to make it better. I don't know. May not be the most productive thing. This is not real advice. Yuka! I need to get back to working on yards. This isn't Steven. Want to chat? First off, alphabetize my purse collection, then I'll... Oh, hello! I do hope your day isn't as busy as mine, darling. I mean, my day will be kind of busy if I do actually find the energy to stream. I completely blanked on that being an orchid mantis. Whoops. This is the spot, right? Yeah, okay. But, so that's in a lot of ways Embor out of the way. So, for Alligator. For Alligator has kind of the same issue. Basically, no speed. Only for Alligator has, honestly, a kind of worse stats. For Alligator doesn't have the attack of Embor. It has more defense, but there's a thing to know when it comes to, like, Pokemon and them being tanky. And that is, the HP stat matters. Well, for Alligator only has a base 85, which isn't bad, but it's more just okay. Okay, let's see what's in here. We got some lab coats. I could be part of the squid research lab. Nothing caught my eye today. Other than Sable. Hello. Cloudy weather always leaves me less motivated. Makes it hard to get all my work done. But sometimes I fight the gloom by using the brightest colors I can find. I mean, you're sewing nothing right now. It's really amazing. But, for Alligator, again, I would just cut from the special attack stat. I mean, it's got 79 base special attack. It's never going to be using that. It's got much higher physical attack. Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do for Alligator. It's going to be... Hello, Gala. Ah, Steven. How are things, Snorty? Not the best, but I'll manage. Nice to see your smile. Having fun, Snorty? Aww. I'm doing my best to. But, I'll get to the rest of the villagers in their homes after this. So let's actually... We're still going to be cutting some off of the alternate attack, but let's swap for Alligator to a special attack. Actually, hold on. Let me do some... Ooh, I just thought of something that'd be really cool. And that's because I really like this in another starter they've done this with. So. We're going to take 5 of the attack stat, plunk that into special attack. So at that point, you're at 84. Gives base 100 attack. Then we're going to take... How much would we need from there? 84... We need 16 points. So we're going to take 16 points out of a mixture of both defenses, leaning more heavily on physical defense. I don't know what those would go down to, but we're taking 16 points total out of them and putting them into special attack. So it's a complete equal 100-100 between the attack stats. We're then gonna take... $22 more out of the defense stat. So actually, let's lean more into the special attack for... Not special defense for the special attack boosting. And we're gonna put that into speed. So it's 100, 100, 100. For both attacks and speed. Signature move. I don't know about typings yet. I'm still thinking of like what typing would be kind of cool. Actually, I just thought of something that'd be pretty cool. Might be a bit busted for a starter, but again, this is wish list. We're aiming for busted. Water Dragon. Dragon signature move. Now, I have two ideas for a signature move. One, they're both going to be 85 power. I've kind of just decided all the signature moves I'm going to be throwing together 85 power. Let's see what our turnips are at. Good morning. We'll start Sunday off with some turnips. 101. Alright, I'll be back. I can buy exactly 1,000 right now. Wait, no, I couldn't. I'd need 110,000. I could sell stuff. So it'll be a dragon move. Now, either it could play into Frostbite. You know, my thing of Frostbite. So let's make it a... Well, yeah, let's make it a special attack that has like 30% chance to Frostbite. Simple as that. Zook. Thanks for coming by. It was cool to see you. Want to chat? Oh man, festival's tomorrow. I don't know if my costume's gonna be done in time. If I don't finish all the naps and snack breaks I skipped to practice dancing, will be for nothing. Oh, it's tomorrow. Wait. Is it somebody's birthday today? What's the second? Wait, someone's birthday is on Festival? Hold on, I need to go check the board. Someone's birthday was, like, really soon. And I don't remember whose. Okay, no, it's 5th. The 5th is Gala. Okay, so it's Festival tomorrow. Gala's birthday on the 5th. And then Serrano's on the 9th. We got a really busy March. My other idea for the signature move, still 85 power. But to play into the mixed attacking status, it uses whatever attack stat is currently higher. Much like how Terra Blast does. So, actually I don't know if Terra Blast counts currently higher, or if it's just the higher base stat. Thanks, I'm glad you came to visit. I suppose if I had to categorize myself into a musical artist, I'd say I'm mostly into synth-pop. But I'm really well known in reggae circles. There's even a book that was basically based on me. Oh, I hate labels as much as anyone, but, you know, been putting out synth-pop albums for years. Guess that makes me a synth-pop superstar. Go figure indeed. Okay, so you're a music producer? That's what you're doing with all this server racks and stuff? Yeah, okay. You don't like have a microphone or anything. Well, I suppose you wouldn't need one. If he's doing it all digital, because it'd be synth. That way, like, especially where we're with the idea of going, Dragon as the alternate type, it would allow for Alligator to then run Draco Meteor, but then still use its new signature move without any issue. Oh, what? I wasn't sleeping. I was just blinking real slow, like... It's fair, man. Shouldn't sleep standing up. So, we got Water Dragon, Fire Fairy, and we get to Meganium. Meganium's a hard one to pick out typings for, because I do agree with people that Grass Fairy would be kind of cool. I'm just worried about that quad weakness. Like, we have a lot of pretty fast poison types. And just pretty fast mons in general that learn poison moves. I would not want to do that to Meganium. What I'm thinking, and I've even kind of got a design in my head, though, like, it's one of those things of I wouldn't want to say it just because of how, like, legal stuff can work. I'm not saying, like, I've seen the design. Like, this is just something I have in my head. Grass Steel. I know that still creates a quad weakness of fire. Whoever lifted this had a moment of clarity during a runner's high and came up with the absolute coolest DIY idea. I was so amped up, did a triple set right there, and I wrote this, and I go flex some DIY might. Now you got skills, flip. Wild log bench. Because I'm basically thinking, especially given how popular Meganium is, basically the evolution is effectively a toy. And I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, with Meganium, specifically, what I'm thinking is signature move is like body press, but grass. Well, grass already has a move that steel also does. Yeah, we'll do body press, but grass. Eva, you shouldn't be sleeping standing up. 33 encores, but guitar's a pine cone. Huh? Maybe I should lay off the all-nighters for a while. Oh, I hug. You should not sleep standing up. You got a bed right here. Take a nap. But, for those who don't know what body press does, basically it is a move that deals damage based on your own defense. I would make the grass version based on special defense, just so it's different in that way. I don't know if we talked with Caroline yet, so let's talk with her. Good morning, and here's hoping it'll be a good day, hula. Lay it on me. I'm about midway through for the fine art of hitting rocks. Such a great book. Sounds like it'd be a pretty neat book. But, like, along with that, basically my idea for Meganium, keep its defenses where they are. Take 20 points off of each attack stat and put them into HP. So you'd go down to 62 and 63 respectively, but go up to 120 base HP with 100 defense, 100 special defense. Really lean into Meganium being bulky. More than one. Let's take a closer look. Yes, indeed. Quite splendid. Last museum already has fossils such as these. Well, I still have donations anyway, Blathers. And you're gonna love them. It's a whole bunch of bugs. I know you like bugs in groups. Okay, it's 2 bugs, but still, I know you like bugs in groups. Yeah, how happy he is. Or what you could do as well is you could... I don't want to take any away from the speed. 80 speed is a nice amount of speed. Especially for a bulky mod. I would like some coffee. So, You know, we could go up to 105 special defense by just simply taking the 2 and the 3 off of the attack stats. So let's do that. Just for a little more special defense. Oh, but no. No. It needs to work off of regular defense. Because I'm also thinking through moves. And, like, Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard would be really, really cool. Because that is a move. I'm paying no attention to Brewster. I feel kind of bad. Ooh. One of the dodos coming in for a coffee. May as well pay attention. Hey, hey, and good morning. Wilbur calls the coffee here go-go juice for dodo dudes. He's a big fan. That's very fair. Trying to find a mon that I know learns Cotton Guard. Just so I can remind myself of its defense or special defense. Alright, see you out there. Cotton Spore. There's Cotton Guard. Yeah, it's defense. Wait, we could do the same gimmick. If both defenses were the same, we could do the same thing as for Alligator's move and do it based on which defense stat is higher. Give it slightly higher base special defense. And that would also basically see here's my brain think-thunking on this. So if it was basically a case of the move just uses whatever stat is higher, then if you were to put an assault vest on Meganium, caught a honeybee, sweet success, then you would have basically like a boost to your attack while, you know, maybe not being the most ideal thing, but it would basically allow you to boost your attack. Or you could run, like, Leftovers and Cotton Guard. And that would basically be, like, a super sword stance for specifically that move. I would also give this Meganium Body Press as a move it can just learn and use. That is also something I would do. Just so, like, not only do you have, the new signature move, but you also have Body Press, both building off of defense, which would heavily encourage the set of, like, Body Press, the new signature move, Cotton Guard, and something else. Probably, like, I was gonna say, like, Gyro Ball, but no, I don't want to lower the speed, so Gyro Ball actually wouldn't be very good. What would be a good final move for that? I don't know. Synthesis? But now you're not really playing into the steel typing. You're just being a cute little, like, wind-up toy. Like, And I know other people are gonna have other thoughts. So, like, if you have other thoughts on this, please throw them in the comments. Like, I am perfectly fine talking about Pokemon. Like, I'm trying to think through here, like... So I think I'm just gonna buy, like, 2,400 turnips this week. I don't want to buy a stupidly huge amount, because we have a lot of money already, so... It would just keep exponentially growing the amount of turnips I've got, but... I also didn't come in here yesterday. I didn't do a lot of things yesterday. Was not having the best day. And it's kind of carried over into today. Let's withdraw. That should give me enough. But, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Why does my brain do this? I can't wait for, Legends ZA. Yep, it's fine by me. Turnips, watch them rise. Try to earn a nice surprise. Well, that's all down to the Nooklings, gonna be honest. And like, I know I said this in like a comment replying to somebody, but to me it feels really weird to get hyped for a game. Because I'm usually not one for getting hyped for games, but I feel like since I started doing this series, or just Animal Crossing series in general, I've gotten progressively more and more hyped for newer games. Partially because they give me something to, like, talk about while I'm recording. Like, you know, I can talk about my hype for Legends CA while I'm recording, which, you know, gives me something to ramble about. And I know I've got a fair few Pokemon fans in my audience, so, like, it's something that y'all care about, too, which adds to just how nice it is. I thought having my light off would... It's really not Caroline, but thanks for coming to visit anyway. I could use the company today, I suppose. So I'd stop by for a quick visit, Hula. Sorry to pop in unannounced. I just wanted to say hi. Aww. Brought a little gift along to thank you for having me. I'd like to snack on a peach. We've got so many peaches. I mean, I do like Princess Peaches, so it does work out. It's nice to see you. I'm glad I worked up the courage to stop by. This place has a lovely aura. Just walking through the front door put me in a good mood. Okay, let me put the lights on. I'll go with this one. Do you maybe want to play a game together? Sounds great. Cycling shirt. Okay, it'll be lower. Because there's a pretty low chance it'll be 9, so I'll go lower. I might need... It was 9. Oh well. And I won the prize, but I hope you had fun. Let's play again soon. Yee. Really wish I could go back to putting my turnips down, though. Let me, We've donated 20 bugs. Night owl insect. We got a nice little mini fridge here. You like to cook? My dad takes a lot of pride in his cooking, so I feel closer to him when I'm making meals. Sorry for getting all sentimental. I just like to hope I take after him. Aww. Please hey long goodbyes, so I better get going, Hula. Alright, see you later. Let's meet up again sometime soon. See ya, Hula. But yeah, I also really like just like theory crafting stuff. To me, it kind of feels like the same sort of, like, rush I get from, like, optimizing things, because, like, theory crafting, like, new moves or new evolutions, like, that, to me, feels like an trying to optimize a benchmark. I mean, you know, you're probably not going to do it right. It's probably never going to properly happen, but, you know... Though, thinking on it, there is some things like Wilds related I can talk about. There are still a lot of people who are really complaining about the performance. And I do understand. I'm saying this right now. I do understand my computer is not like the average user's computer. I get that. I have a pretty underpowered graphics card with a pretty overpowered CPU. At least for like modern computer spec. A lot of people are not even on the modern computer spec. And I get that. That's okay. But, like, Wilds is running amazingly well. It's running better actually playing it than it did in the benchmark. Like, I've been more or less keeping track of the FPS in, like, key areas, and it's running better in the full release than it does in benchmark. I don't know exactly why that is. I keep getting impatient. Maybe fishing is not a great thing to do today. But, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, people should just be happy with the 30 FPS they're getting. But at the same time, this is still Monster Hunter. Like, it's okay for the game to run at 30. The game plays just fine at 30. And, like, I don't know what graphics card some people are running. Some people are reporting that they're seeing frame time issues. I haven't seen any. And I've basically, most of my time playing, had my, I've had my overlay up so I can see my performance, which includes frame time. And, like, my frame time has been fine the entire time. It's been fine, it's been consistent, there's not been any major spiking. Like, unless that spiking is happening at less than, I think I have my refresh, like, every... I think the refresh is, like, 5 milliseconds? So unless the spiking is always happening in, like, that gap that I currently have, like, the spec update. No, 5 milliseconds sounds about right. Like, my thought is that this might be an NVIDIA problem because I'm not running an NVIDIA card, so gotta loach. At me with a reproach. Like, I'm on AMD. And I have full plans on staying with AMD for the foreseeable future. A lot of that is just simply because of the price of NVIDIA. Like, I used to have an NVIDIA graphics card in my computer. Like, even before I built this one, I was running an NVIDIA graphics card. But if you go back through the graphics cards I owned from NVIDIA, you'll probably see why I don't want to buy NVIDIA anymore. First graphics card I myself went out and bought, didn't get as part of, like, a pre-built computer, was a GTX 950. Bought it because my old graphics card died. I don't even know what that old graphics card was anymore. If I could find it, which it's still around here somewhere, I know better now of how to look up things on the sticker. I could find out. I'm pretty sure it was some Radeon HD thing. It just came in a pre-built from, like, 2010. So, you know. But I bought the GTX 950 to replace it. Basically, at the GTX 950's release, that graphics card was about $130 Canadian. I had $136. It worked out. That was a pretty solid graphics card for its time, too. It was really cheap, and got the job done. That's all I needed. Next, my next pre-built had a GTX 1650 in it. pretty cheap, got the job done. Basically was mostly held back by my CPU and hard drive. Like, hard drives are not great to be doing anything off of in the modern day. Everything is too fast. But it got the job done. I moved from that to the Radeon RX 6700 XT, mostly because when it came to NVIDIA's pricing, at least up here in Canada, the only two graphics cards that were available to me at the time that I bought my 6700 XT was the RTX 3050, which is terrible and has gotten worse. If you're looking for, like, cheap budget graphics card, don't look at a 3050. Especially, and if you are going to pick up a 3050, be very, very careful and make sure you're getting an 8GB version, not the 6GB version. Caught a ladybug. Sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Oop, there goes my bug net. Go replace my bug net. And the only other option was the 3060. The next step up of the 3070 was more expensive than the 6700 XT by about $150. They have comparable performance. Like, in a lot of ways, the 6700 XT performs better these days than a 3070, just because the 6700 XT has 12 gigabytes of VRAM, where the 3070 only has 8. Like, it's a bit ridiculous. And even at, like, the cheaper, like both the 3050 and 3060 were cheaper than my 6700 XT. But, like, performance-wise, they're cheaper, but price to performance, they're not better. Especially where I could have went with a RX 6600 or 6650 XT, which would have gotten me still better performance than both of those cards for less money. Like, this is very much where, I know I'm getting off from Pokemon into just, like, tech rambling, but, like, AMD is really trying to target the lower end market. And what they're currently doing, like with their 9070 and 9070 XT, is they're basically aggressively pricing them pretty cheap. Kind of. I'm not a fan of the prices where they're at. And I'm really going to be curious to see how the lower cards on the stack come out. If, like, the 9060 ends up being, like, $300, okay. It's not bad. But it still creates the same problem of, like, well, during the RTX 30 series, at least up here in Canada, you know, before the 40 series was out at the lower end of the stack. Well, no one was buying the RX 6600, even though it was cheaper and better than a 3060. And it wasn't just cheaper by a bit. Like, the RX 6600 could be bought for around $200 to $220, while a 3060 is about $300 to $320. No one was buying the 6600, even though it was better and cheaper. Because, and I know this from personal experience, convincing an NVIDIA fanboy to buy something that isn't NVIDIA is nearly impossible. You can show these people benchmarks, reviews, everything around, like showing them that these, the AMD graphics card will do, that they can buy for less money, will do what they want it to do better than that NVIDIA card will, and they will still point to the NVIDIA card. Like, I know this directly from just within the last year having helped somebody upgrade their computer and basically gave them multiple options to choose from, because I knew if I had just shown them an AMD option, they would have been like, yeah, don't want that, it's garbage. So I showed them many options with many, charts and results from benchmarks and all this stuff. They also know that my computer's running an AMD graphics card. They've looked at my computer with envy multiple times. But I still gave them the option with an NVIDIA card. They went with the NVIDIA card. Called an anchovy. Oh, get on my pizza. So the fact they swim in groups just gave me an idea for a recipe. Okay. And just sardines and oil. But that's an anchovy! Why would it... You would want a sardine to make a... You know what? I'll let the game have it. But, like, you can literally show a lot of people, it's in their best interest to buy AMD. It'll save them money, and it'll get them better performance. And they won't care. Which is where, like, if AMD really wants to get a good amount of market share, they need to basically go back to, like, 2014-ish prices. They need to go back when $600 was what you were paying for the tippy top of a stack, and that being actually a high-end card. That's mid-range prices these days. I mean, if you look at NVIDIA, AMD's pricing is considerably lower than everything NVIDIA has currently on offer from the 50 series, and currently has planned. Like, quite literally, AMD is already undercutting NVIDIA's middle of their stack with a card that, by what AMD is hoping to accomplish, will outperform that middle of NVIDIA's stack. And, like, I do understand that they can't just take a loss on these products. Well, they could, actually. I know, I know I don't work at AMD. I don't work at any of these companies, but... And I know this is going to probably sound a bit cringy to some people. I used to play a crapload of EVE Online, and I used to own the market for integrated drones in Galante space. I was the one making the most of them. I was the one selling the most of them. I was the one setting the price. And you know what I would do sometimes when someone would come in and try to muscle me out of my market? I would sell at a loss for a while to force them out of my market. Because once they were gone, I could put prices back to normal. Once I had my customers back, I could put my prices back to normal. I had the solvency on hand and other things I was selling that I could handle selling those at a loss if it meant maintaining my market. Maintaining my market share. Like, so if I was AMD right now, I would take their price for the 9070 and 9070 XT. Whether it makes money doing this or not, I would slash another $200 off of each price tag. That's how you get people to buy your stuff. I would have, at the bottom of this stack, a 9050 that is like $80 with performance comparable to the RX 6600. That is how you get people buying your stuff. Like, if I remember correctly, the 9070 XT will be $599 US. So slash 200 off of that. $399. So it's still like $400. That's still pretty pricey. Then, I would aggressively, for the next generation, that is your tippy top price tag. You do not go above that. Like, AMD has the benefit of all of its other markets, all of the other things it does, allowing it to take some losses in some parts of their business. There is market evidence to show that even Nvidia, with their aggressively high pricing, and it might be because of their aggressively high pricing, their graphics card division is losing money year on year. But it doesn't matter because they're making that money elsewhere. They can afford to take those losses. AMD can surely do the same thing. And they kind of must do that if they want to grab their market share. Like, the 9060 should have at least performance comparable to the 7600 XT. While costing, I would say, $150. And I know there'd be people out there going, that's a pipe dream, they'd never do that. If they want to actually get their market share, if they really want to kick Nvidia in the nards, they need to do that. Because that is the only way they're ever going to convince an Nvidia fanboy to try AMD, is if they can offer them graphics cards that have pretty decent enough performance for modern gaming that don't really cost anything. Like, there's been talk lately of, you know, what AMD kind, you know, from a lot of tech channels of like what AMD needs to do and that kind of stuff, and like basically pointing out how this is effectively like what AMD was handed back when Intel kind of crapped itself back before the release of the Ryzen CPUs. Well, and the one main difference being the CEO of Nvidia is apparently a really aggressive person and will fight to maintain market share and such. Like, great. Great. Let's make him fight then. Because you know what? If he is as aggressive as people say he is, then AMD coming along and undercutting them by that much, showing that AMD is willing to lose money if it means taking Nvidia's market share, that's going to force Nvidia to cut prices too. They're going to have to cut prices, because otherwise they are going to lose market share. Like, you know, make Jensen Huan fight. Make him be aggressive. But it quite honestly doesn't feel like that's what AMD wants. And part of me feels like that might be because AMD might have already checked out. You know, they may have already kind of given up. That's kind of what it feels like. You know, that they've kind of given up on trying to hold the market. It doesn't help as well that, like, a lot of people who would buy AMD graphics cards are the same people who jumped ship from AMD to try Intel's cards, thus reducing AMD's market share even more. A loach, a honeybee, and a ladybug. Nope, that's it. But, like, because it wasn't really very many, at least, NVIDIA fanboys who jumped to Intel to give Intel a try. Like, they just stuck with their NVIDIA card. And to be fair, with the amount of money you have to pay to get an NVIDIA card, I can't blame them. I really can't. I wouldn't want to spend like $800 to $1,000 to $2,000 on a graphics card and then go, I want to see what the competition's up to. So I'm going to buy one of those now. I don't have that kind of money or that kind of hate for money that I'd be willing to burn it like that. Especially given Intel's graphics cards were not great and are still not great, which is really frustrating. Because the whole thought process was, well, maybe once Intel launches their graphics cards, and especially if they target aggressively low pricing, then maybe like AMD and Intel can more or less team up in the graphics card front and force Nvidia's prices down, but it's not really happened because Intel's graphics cards are kind of crap. And AMD is still seemingly not willing to go aggressive enough to really make a difference in the market. Man, when I find a topic to ramble about, I can ramble about that thing passionately, can't I? Still need to, like, fix this stuff up. Need to find nice, suitable replacements. But, yeah, I think I'm going to be done rambling here. If you guys have any input on anything I said today, let me know in the comments. I like seeing you guys' comments. But with that said, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then! And now in this end card, I would like to ask if you liked the video, hey, could you hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? That'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.